from Centroid with another podcast for the future of technology. Joining me, three of my colleagues. Navdeep Saini, he's a director of cloud engineering in Centroid. Shashi Tewari, he's a manager of database resources and database services. And Vinh Tu, who's a manager of infrastructure and engineered systems. Okay, so guys, this is just a free fall talk among all four of us. Is that okay? Nav, I'll start with you.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Navdeep Saini from Centroid. I go by Nav. I'm director of cloud platform at Centroid. Been with Centroid for 8 years and running the cloud team at Centroid. So coming back to the question about what are the different technologies, specifically my responsibilities. So anything and everything to do with cloud platform and cloud infrastructure as a service is my responsibility. So those are the things that my team work on daily basis, right? Things could be, we can talk about, especially talking about OCI, the database platform, database cloud service, autonomous databases, integration cloud services, normal compute, storage, networking, even cloud native workloads. Very recently been doing a lot of work with that, Kubernetes workloads, and so any kind of work that comes our way, especially around lift and shift workloads or born in cloud native cloud workloads, that's what we've been doing.
Okay, and how's it going so far? Any challenges you're seeing from your team members?
Challenges, yeah. So it's with any new technologies, there are always new challenges coming up. It's a very fast pace environment. There are new products that are always launched or enhanced on the existing products. So what's happening is with my team, we always make sure. First of all, number one, we always hire the rock star guys, right, in our team. So there is no laggards there. Nobody's looking up to anybody else. There may be few guys who are specialized in particular area. For example, somebody's very sound in security. Somebody could be very good at networking. But all in all, everybody can hold their own. They can deliver projects. As far as learning new technologies is concerned, that's one of the performance criteria that we laid out for my team. That any new thing that comes up, that's priority number one for take it up and be on the cutting edge all the time. So there's challenges, no doubt, but we are always up to the challenge and we face it and we love it to have the challenges being taken up.
Right. I know. I'm looking at what we have deployed so far, what we have developed for the customers. It's been a great success. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good job. I'll come back to you in a minute.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Shashi, introduce yourself and talk about what your team is doing these days. What are the focus areas have been from your side perspective?
Sure. Hi, this is Shashi. I manage middleware application team, including the database, and my team works very closely with Nav's team. So of late, we are too busy with upgrading database to 19C, especially, and migrating to cloud, and whether it is a lift and shift or platform migration, or including the EBS upgrade, whether SOA or OBIE, any of those middleware Oracle products, we have been quite busy with these products.
Okay.
So far, it's going pretty good.
Okay.
Team is pretty busy, and Nav's team is helping pretty well. It's going good.
Awesome. So, with the finishing of the support for 11.2, 12.1, and 12.2, there's a lot of push coming towards 19C. Okay. How are you coping up with that, and what are the challenges, and what are your experience has been going up to 19C itself?
So yes, it is challenge from the change perspective from 11G or 12C database to 19C. There are few changes, especially containerization of database on the EBS side, and so that makes it on the customization side also.
Can you elaborate on the containerization? This is separate from
yes.
Yeah.
So basically, CDB and PDB pluggable database. And then on the EBS side, it just you can have one pluggable database into the container CDB.
Okay, got it.
And there are some other changes which comes with that, and then those are the ones which are forcing customer to look into the customization also to retrofit all those. So that is where few challenges, but we are able to handle all of those.
I've reviewed some of the project plans your team has created. I mean, you're kind of almost mandating that a customer do at least 2 or 3 test runs before they actually go into production. So there's no surprises.
Absolutely.
That's a great methodology. So Vinh, come to you. Introduce yourself. Tell us, I mean, on the engineered systems team and the infrastructure side, what kind of challenges you're seeing? What is the team busy with these days?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Vinh. I'm the manager of the on-prem infrastructure team. Our team also do some of the cloud work, right? Like the IBM Cloud, right? That sort of more legacy cloud services. The engineer system side, where there's a lot of demand on X data, ODA system. We're doing install, support, patching for the customer. They also a legacy side, which is the Spark architecture. So we're also supporting customers that's still running those old system. Also help them platform migration from Spark to x86, and also prepare them to cloud, right? Linux environment. We're doing a lot of KVM upgrade and migrate customer from VMware to Oracle VM, right? So it cuts costs and licensing. Some of the challenges, right? We just can't find a skill set that my team, it's very specific skill set that everyone move up to do clouds, and there's not a lot of skill set to do the legacy work.
Even with the cloud uptick, I mean, that's only 28% of the business. I mean, 72% of the business is still in the on-prem. So you talked about a little about, again, the Exadata, the engineered systems. I mean, how has the business been in the on-prem side from your team? And I mean, Oracle just released the new version of X10m. I mean, how do you gear your team to basically have more experience with X10 or X9 also?
Yeah, this is like the opportunity. We work with the customer get the customer to buy, push it to X10, and then how the opportunity for us to get involved, right? And then to learn, and a lot of is with Oracle partner network, right, to pick up the idea. So a lot of many formal training offer out there for the engineering system. That's why the skill set is very rare.
No, absolutely.
So the opportunity that for someone to work on it, to learn it.
Okay, good. So Shashi, we talked about 19C. Oracle has also released 23C. Yeah, how do you actually prepare your team, and what kind of challenges do you see going towards 23C?
So what we do, we start in our lab, start upgrading, do the POC, and see what issues we see into that, and then run the whole upgrade cycle. And based on that, we prepare our run book. And come up with any issues or anything, and we address accordingly those.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to looking at those recommendations and what are the challenges.
Absolutely.
So Nav, from the cloud technology, I mean, that's one of the hottest technologies in the market. Every public cloud provider is putting a lot of native services out there. One of the buzzwords is that these days going on is the AI and ML. You want to have some comments on that?
Specifically around Oracle's?
I mean, we are at Cloud World, so let's talk about AI and ML then.
Yeah, so that's very interesting, right? So there's there's always been waves in our technology world, right? So before that, it's through the internet era, then Web 2.2, 2019, everything was crypto.
Yeah.
So we can talk about those if they made sense or not. But one thing is for sure with the AI and with the OpenAI coming out with the large language models and ChatGPT-3. One thing people don't understand is this is not something overnight. This was happening since 2015. OpenAI was built. They were working on these large language models. The back propagation and all those things in the neural networks and the advancements there. So this is something that's going to stay. And it's going to be a paradigm shift in the way we work as human beings, right? So as just probably the next evolution in the human beings, right? So it's going to be a huge shift. So it's something like you can talk about what we have in the late 19th, 18th century was the industrial revolution. So this is the next phase of industrial revolution. So that's being said. So what are the different cloud vendors doing with that? So of course, OpenAI was the number one in there. Microsoft had the deal with them. So they're trying to put them in Bing and trying to build some modeling around it and trying to build some services around it. In fact, AWS has been doing a lot of work on it, but we feel they are laggard, but they are coming up very fast now. So they're going to have a lot of services around, generative AI and large language models and enhance their services there. Unique position for Oracle has been their relationship with NVIDIA.
Yep.
And the huge GPU capacity that they procured.
Yeah.
And you can say per core to the dollar, they're modeling there. So really, really price competitive there.
Okay.
So the capacity is there, the core capacity, the storage capacity, the GPU capacity is there. There have been few services on OCI, especially data science. That was something similar to what other guys were doing in the other cloud. SageMaker equivalent kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
So with this, with large capacity with NVIDIA and the relationship with Cohere, where you don't bring the public large language models, but you bring specific large language models in training for enterprises, which is different because enterprises they don't want to be engaged in something that was trained on some open data where maybe some sensitivities there and they're not done correctly.
Sure.
So with that being said, Cohere has that capability where enterprises can build their own large language models, right? And I think Oracle is uniquely positioned there, and probably next 6 months we're going to see a lot of traction there.
So I'm hearing you coming from the generative AI itself, the LLMs, which is the large language models. Okay, but they need a kind of lot of horsepower.
Yeah,
I mean, and from what I'm hearing is that from the database perspective, it's going all on what Vin's team is on Exadata. So this is a kind of a marriage of the on-prem capacity and the compute along with the generative AI. So is that where we are going with this?
Oh yeah. So generative AI is going to be a field of its own. Yep. Now, some of the learnings from it or some of the capabilities of it, Oracle is already inbuilt into their product. A lot of it's probably unknown in the market, probably they got a little bit more marketing there. So there is machine learning inbuilt into Oracle databases, right? And especially with the large capacity coming with the autonomous databases and Exadata, right? So imagine everything about generative AI or artificial intelligence or machine learning. It's all about data, right?
Yep.
So you have these companies have huge amount of data sitting in Exadata, autonomous databases. Instead of pulling the data out and then trying to run some machine learning on it, you can actually do machine learning inside the database itself natively, right?
So is that so? Basically, if customers come to us and want to get started on AI and ML side, we can get them started very easily.
Oh yeah, that's that's pretty quick. You just need to bring a use case to us.
Okay,
and you have your data in your Oracle database. We can build out a solution pretty quickly for them.
Okay, so I'm hoping to get a white paper out of this pretty
Absolutely,
soon.
yeah.
Okay, good. So let's talk about on-prem systems with the whole commodity hardware going again. Oracle has the x86 commodity hardware as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the ODAs and then the Exadata, they're all the engineered system side.
Right.
How do you compete against competition like Dell and other commodity hardware providers? What are the benefits you get from buying the Oracle X commodity hardware itself?
So today, right, so everyone that running the hardware always have a hypervisor running on top of that.
Yep.
Right, so with Oracle hardware, those are included.
Okay.
And support, Linux license.
Yeah.
So if you look at the total cost ownership, Oracle actually come out ahead with, we actually have that example of bidding XP hardware with Oracle X10m. When they separated, which we look at the VMware cost, there's a level like the ILAM, there's a simple ILAM, so all the things add up, all the costs add up, right? The support costs.
So basically,
and then you have one number to call, one throat to choke, right? So
absolutely, or one back to pad, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing is then Oracle hardware does not just give you the hardware, it gives you the software and the hypervisor and hyperscalers to actually scale up and scale down very easily as well.
Exactly. And also the important part is the hypervisor, you have to be able to pin to the core level. And VMware, you don't have to be able to do that. You have to license an entire cluster.
Absolutely.
Right? So the example of that is like, you drive in a parking lot, in a VMware parking lot,
Yep.
you pay for all the spot. If you go into an Oracle, you just pay for the spot that you're parking.
All right, so that's a very good analogy. So basically, I don't have to pay for the empty parking lots anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Guys, I mean, I know we need to wrap it up. So any last question? Last comment. So I'll start with you, Nav.
Oracle Cloud is coming up really fast.
Okay.
So we're seeing a lot of traction, a lot of non-Oracle workloads coming to OCI, right? Oracle Cloud. So these are interesting days as an organization for us. My team is really geared up in bringing more workloads, bringing cloud native workloads, helping customers being successful. We have the blueprints, we have the deployments, we have the day one plans, and we have the day two plans all ready to go, right? So, we are happy to have, we've been very successful with our existing customers and looking forward to more challenging work and more customers coming our way.
Good. Shashi?
I would say with these projects, upgrades or migrations, or I would say test.
Yep.
Test thoroughly, because every release you go, there would be something or the other. Every environment is different. Every customer is different. So testing is the key.
Okay, great. Vinh?
Yeah, so we still have, the customers still have a business to run. So even they want legacy software or hardware, we still be here to support them.
Okay, awesome. So guys, thanks for your time. And this concludes our podcast.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you.